Everyone's out actually to show how ridiculous the government prescription of Palestine action is. We are witnessing and we are living through the worst genocide many of us would have known in our own history. And Palestine action, the fact that they've been prescribed for what? Standing against what's wrong. As you can see, people are here. What you're hearing the cheering for is people being arrested. They're holding a simple placard which says, "I oppose genocide, I support Palestine action." And so under the terrorism laws, this is showing support for a prescribed organization. And so everyone who's doing that is in danger of being arrested for supporting terrorism. But despite that, they've showed absolute bravery in coming out from all corners and all sections of society.
And so hundreds and hundreds of activists turned up at 1 o'clock. They wrote signs saying that they oppose genocide and that they support Palestine action, including Cage International's very own Moazzam Begg, who was sitting just underneath the Gandhi statue, unironically, in order to send the message that, it's super important that we understand that terrorism legislation is being used in order to inhibit activism for Palestine, that the prescription of Palestine action is an attempt by the UK government to stop the unlawful weapons reaching the genocidal state, reaching the Israel occupation forces. There was only one group in the UK that was acting ethically in this regard, and that was Palestine Action before it was proscribed. And so I think what Defend Our Juries are doing, they've really shown how ridiculous this entire thing is by allowing for themselves to get arrested.
A new ridiculous law came out to try to silence protesters, those who are trying to stop these companies that are manufacturing bombs and sending it to the Zionist state, which are killing our brothers and sisters in Gaza, unfortunately. And that's the least that we can do, to try to forbid the evil with our hand or our tongues, or the least in our hearts, inshallah ta'ala.
Subhanallah, you would have seen so many elder members of our community, of our society, those in wheelchairs, holding these placards because they don't want to be on the wrong side of history. They want to be the side of truth and justice, not oppression. Alhamdulillah, there's quite a few brothers here. Our brother Moazzam Begg, he's taken part. We've got various imams here. Alhamdulillah, the imams from our local community in South London are here as well, holding the placards.
Message to the du'ats, a message to the students of knowledge, a message to the imams and the Muslim scholars. This is what we need to be doing. This is the place where we need to be right now. This is what is called fard as-sa'a, the obligation of the time, where it's more important than teaching books of fiqh is to support, inshallah ta'ala, those who are oppressed and to fight injustice. The imams and the scholars need to be in the front line, and they need to be here today.
So we're here today because there's only so long you can stand around and watch children being blown up. There's only so long you can watch murdering of innocent civilians, and something has to be done. And the prescription of Palestine action is something that we should be working towards and we should be pushing towards. And as you can see, it's a waste of police resources to have them here, wasting their time here. And so I think this is very important that people come out, they show their solidarity, they show their support, and they help the Palestinian cause.
And the police, you can see what's quite interesting is that there are two types of police I've seen here. Those you can physically see it visibly in their face that they don't want to be here, that they don't want to support this. But it's that old adage, isn't it? I'm only doing my job. And others, you can see that they're really getting into it, they support it, they're pushing people aside.
The police support dropping bombs on babies.
What we as a community need to do is say enough is enough. When will we say that no more? We have to stop what's happening. And the least we can do, brothers and sisters, is if we can't go out and do any type of action that will help, then at least support with every sinew of our body, with our money, our time, those who will. Those who are going out and doing something about it, then at least show them support, inshallah, because they're the ones who are carrying the baton for all of us.
Moazzam Begg. Moazzam, are you hoping that you'll finally get your day in court if you get arrested?
I think this entire process is going to court, not just one individual. If they arrest me, it means nothing because they've arrested hundreds, perhaps thousands. And it's not just for public order. It is as terrorists, meaning that they are a threat to this nation through violence. And that is completely untrue, because the only nation that's been violent in regard to this.
What's happening now?
People being arrested. I've been watching people getting arrested non-stop. I expected, hoping perhaps even to get arrested. I would rather get arrested here than to face a raid in my house or beyond. But let's see what happens. This is now the government will be taken to court. The government will be in the court of public opinion and in the court of the world for arresting its own citizens, its own nationals, for the sake of a foreign entity that's involved in the worst crimes that human beings can be involved in.
Then moments later, this happened. Moazzam Begg was arrested himself.
Shame on you! Shame on you! Racist police!
So I think it's really important to understand that, yes, Moazzam Begg has just been arrested, but more importantly, he chose to be arrested. That's really what's at stake here. That this wasn't something that, he decided to join a protest and he accidentally got picked up and it's kind of, unlawful or overzealous by the police. Moazzam knows exactly what he was doing. Like, he planned for this. He understood that this is what he wanted to do, that the law itself is wrong. The application of the law is wrong. And he would rather be arrested for standing up for the deprescription of Palestine action than to ever be silent in the time of genocide. So that's really what's important for the Muslim community especially, to understand that this should be the beginning of a series of actions from our community, that our community understand that we have to step up, because the UK government, the UK, our taxes, everything about our presence here makes us close to what is happening in Israel. And that until we stop the relationship that this country has to Israel, that we could be held accountable for what goes on during this genocide. Moazzam has taken an important step alongside hundreds of extremely brave activists from across the spectrum of UK society, old people, young people, different backgrounds. They all came together today, and we need to carry that forward, inshallah.
These people, their sentiments, their beliefs are that they've been wrongfully prescribed as a terrorist organization, despite the fact that they have never harmed anybody, but rather just trying to deconstruct a war machine and basically bring more peace to the world that we know.
Brothers and sisters, I've seen cute little old ladies get arrested, old men, priests, reverends, vicars, obviously Moazzam Begg and some Muslim brothers and sisters. It's like someone at the Comanche actually is on our side, because they're making such stupid arrests that anyone with true brain cells who sees this is going to think what a farce these so-called anti-terrorism laws are. So just like Max Hill QC and others before him said, the government's independent review of terrorism legislation, they said we don't need terrorism laws. They're superfluous and they're just silly, and people are finding out now.
Quick pause. Have you secured your ticket for the Islam 20 conference yet? If you care about your deen, your family and the fight for truth, you need to be there. All in one day, packed with powerful talks, real issues and practical solutions from leading scholars and thinkers. It's happening soon. Don't miss out. Grab your tickets now at islam20.com/conference. Right, now back to the video.
So I learned that Hidu means police in Welsh. So these Welsh police were shipped in to London to enforce breaches of international law. There you go. If you're in Wales, it's probably a good time to commit a crime right now.
Glad to see there's no crime in Wales.
Well done. Jolly good job, boys. Jolly good job. Good show. Good show.